SOTA XD, e-Invoice Manager, e-Invoice. Before you start to use e-Invoice Manager, you have to enter a company prefix for your invoice number and your company email. The prefix will be used on your invoice header reference number. The last 4-digit will be a running number of your invoice. From XD Home, click on e-Invoice Manager. E-Invoice Manager consists of e-Invoice, e-Receipt, and e-Invoice Report. E-Invoice contains the list of all your e-Invoices. Each row on the list shows information such as e-Invoice number, client name, additional remark. Date of creation, update, and the current status of an e-Invoice. You will also find the standard operation button to view, copy, and to cancel the e-Invoice. To search for e-Invoice, type your search text on the search field. Use the option button to filter, specify your search, and sort your display list. You can view the status of your e-Invoice by referring to the Status drop-down menu. You can also use the operation buttons to view, edit, copy, or remove your e-Invoices. To add a new e-Invoice, click on Add e-Invoice button. The e-Invoice Add page will appear. It consists of 4 sections: 1. E-Invoice Details, 2. Client Details, 3. E-Invoice Total, and 4. E-Invoice Items. To start, enter your contact information. Click on Select Contact. Your contact page will appear. Select your contact by clicking the green plus sign to select the recipient of your e-Invoice. Once clicked, your contact information will be entered automatically to your client details section. Next, on the e-Invoice Items section, you can add an item or select the package that you are going to invoice your contact. If you choose Add Item, you have to enter the required details on each item manually. If you choose to add a package, all the details will be copied from the package details. Click the green plus sign to select a package from the displayed list. Next, the package information configure page will appear. On the package rate section, click the Select checkbox. Click to select the number of travelers for this invoice. Then, click Confirm. The package information will be copied to the e-Invoice Items section. You can add item to a selected package in your e-Invoice. Click Add Item and enter the required details. Enter the price and quantity for the additional item of your package. Next is the e-Invoice Details section. Enter the currency, issuance date, and due date for your e-Invoice. If you need to convert to another currency, click on the Currency button. Select the new currency and then click Confirm to save the converted currency. Then, click the calendar icon to specify the issuance date and due date for the e-Invoice. Next, click to mark the Enforce checkbox to prevent customers from paying invoice after due date. On the e-Invoice Total section, enter the amount for any discount, tax, and any bank or credit charges. Click Save and Send if you want to save and immediately send the e-Invoice. You can also click Save button if you are saving it as a draft for editing later. The saved e-Invoice will be added to the e-Invoice listing. You can always check and update the status of your e-Invoice. Your contact will be receiving the e-Invoice via email with a PDF document attached. Payment for this e-Invoice can be initiated by clicking the Pay Now button on the document. Upon successful payment, an e-receipt can be issued as a proof of payment. e-Invoice Manager, e-Receipt. E-Receipt contains a list of your issued e-receipts. To search for e-receipt, type your search text on the search entry field. Use options to specify the list display and to filter your search. The Action button contains operation buttons. To add a new e-receipt, click on Add e-receipt button. Next, you can choose to create e-receipt from your e-Invoice record or to create a blank e-receipt form. If you choose to create from e-Invoice, click Yes. The e-Invoice page will appear. To select e-Invoice, click on the green plus sign. If you choose to create a blank e-receipt form, click No. A blank e-receipt add page will appear. This form is almost similar to the e-Invoice add page, but with additional sections, such as e-receipt total, and two tabs, e-Invoice items, to include items from e-Invoice, and payment items, to list items involved in the payment. A blank form simply allows full customization on your e-receipt issuance. A form created from e-Invoice allows you to simply issue e-receipt from an e-Invoice, so you don't have to retype all the details again. You can always add item or add package to your e-receipt form. Remember to click Save button to store your entries. You can reopen it for editing later. Click Save and Send button to finalize your e-receipt and send it to the recipient. e-Invoice Reports. Click on e-Invoice Report. The e-Invoice Report page will appear, containing a list of all your e-Invoice. Use the calendar to select the duration of the e-Invoice to be listed. Click the calendar icon and click to select the month, year, and the date for the respective field. You can use the Options button to modify the list according to a specific order of display. You can also save the e-invoice list into a CSV file. Click on Export to CSV. Select a location on your computer to save the file. Click Save button to export the e-invoice report.